How you doing, guys? I had to take a break from my weekend just to talk to you about some exciting news that just came out on CCIV Lucid Motors merger. Alright, so Bloomberg announced just a few hours ago that Lucid Motors is getting close to a deal to go public via a SPAC of clients, which I'm assuming is CCIV at this point. I know there was another SPAC, CCV, I think. People were just pumping up on Friday because they thought that it could be CCV instead of CCIV. That's just funny, you know. Right now people are just waiting to gamble on CCIV. I think I'm okay with that. Yeah, so pretty much we're getting news on CCIV from left to right. So Bloomberg now says that the new evaluation for the CCIV merger is going to be around $15 billion. I think it was $12 billion before. Now it's 15. All right, so I have a feeling that there's going to be some sort of announcement on Monday. I know they said Tuesday, but I think there's going to be something on Monday about CCIV and Lucid Motors merging by the end of day. I've seen companies do this before, so I just have a feeling that that's what they're doing. So someone at Bloomberg asked a representative from Lucid Motors about, this news, and they pretty much declined to comment. I'm always wondering why Lucid Motors is not talking about the merger, and my theory is that they're playing a game with us, right? So speculation started like a month ago or something like that. If they had announced a merger a month ago, but they were not ready to merge yet, then the stock would have pumped and then it would have gone down, and then it wouldn't have done what the stock has done this whole time, which is climbed steadily, right? So they're playing it smart. I can already see them doing that, They're playing it smart, and they're not gonna announce it until they know for sure, just to create momentum. And when you can't get something, you want it. And when there's not a lot of something, you want some, So that's what's happening right now with CCIV. I think there's like 50% of those shares are owned by institutions. So that means that there's only 44% for, traders like you and me. So the less you have of stocks, the more people will want them, and obviously the price is gonna go up. So Lucid's playing a strategy here, I believe. So this is another thing that could happen also on Monday. I could see how the institutions could short CCIV and bring the stock down 2 more times, like it happened on Friday. As you can see on Friday, the stock was staying steady at 60, and then around 58, it's when it dropped down to around 50 something, right? And then you could see a big sell of 1 million stocks, I think it was, and it went down to like 50 something, and then you can see another buy back in at 51.11, but they bought 2 million shares, which means that they just wanted to short the stock, bring it down, have people scared, sell their stocks, and then they were going to buy back in, which means they were just trying to get more stocks at a lower price. I can see these institutions do this again 2 more times, one on Monday, one on Tuesday, maybe. On Tuesday, if there's a lot of hype, I doubt they're going to be able to do it. But my strategy is going to be, I'm gonna get in those dips, I'm gonna play their game. I'm not gonna be against them. If they short the stock, I'm okay with that. I'll get in at the dip. I'm not gonna get scared. That's why we have terms like paper hands or diamond hands, because things like this happen. I've seen this happen all the time where companies do this kind of stuff. I would say it's BS, but whatever. That's just how they play their game. But I'm gonna play along, I'm just gonna tag along, and if they drop the stock, I'm gonna get in. And then it's gonna go back up, and then they'll drop it again, and I'll get in again. That's just what's gonna happen. So I would suggest you're careful with CCIV right now. We don't know exactly what's gonna happen. This is all speculation. Obviously this is not advice. I'm not telling you to go into CCIV and go all in on CCIV. Please don't do that. Let's play it safe. Remember, the challenge in this channel is to go back to $25,000 by the end of the year. We lost everything last year in 2020 when I made some huge mistakes, and it cost me a lot of money. And now I'm going back into the market, and I've learned my many lessons, and now I'm going back in steadily and growing since January, and I want to bring you all with me. So that's my advice for CCIV. But here's Alex Cutler, who's become pretty popular with his CCIV tweets. So I follow him on Twitter. I would suggest you follow him as well. He tweets a lot of stuff about CCIV and SPACs. SPACs are pretty hot this year and last year as well. So they're gonna continue to be like that. Somehow they're becoming a gamble for a lot of people. And you know how young people love to gamble nowadays, especially with the stock market. So that's, SPACs are hot. So this guy talks about SPACs all the time. So I would go follow him. I could link his Twitter down in the description below maybe. Yeah, so he's pretty much just talking about it. hear what Bloomberg, pretty much released, the news that Bloomberg released. Okay, and that was my news for CCIV. I'm sorry to interrupt your weekend and you had to watch me for a few minutes. You can go back to your weekend and enjoy it. Nothing's happening yet, everything's okay. Just be aware of CCIV on Monday. That should be on your charts. You should be looking at CCIV. This is a beautiful company. I do believe in Lucid Motors. I'm going to be a long investor with Lucid Motors, just like many people were with Tesla when it started back then a few years ago. So thanks for watching and thanks for listening to me. Subscribe to this channel if you wanna, keep up with the challenge to going back to $25,000. And if you wanna help each other out, put your stock picks down in the comments below and say why you're picking that stock. Maybe you can help someone out. Maybe someone else can help you out, and then we can all help each other out and grow this thing, and we all grow together. So, all right, so subscribe to this channel, like this video if you liked it, so that YouTube pushes it to other people and other people can know about this as well. And that would help me out and I would appreciate it. So you have a great weekend and I'll see you on Monday.